cheeky YouTube channel. It's Tofu Tash, that's me apparently, and today we are making some British junk food. We are mixing it up a little bit. We're going to leave the American stuff behind and we are going for some classic fish and chips. And we're going to make a cheeky beer battered banana blossom fish with some crispy chips, some minty mushy peas. We may throw in a cheeky battered sausage because who doesn't love a cheeky battered sausage, and we'll make a homemade tartar sauce. It's gonna be epic, it's gonna be delicious. I'm hungry, and you're gonna subscribe because you know that this is becoming one of the best vegan junk food channels that ever came to be. So please subscribe, please like, let me know of other junk food that you can think of that you're like, ooh, I could fancy that. That would tickle my whistle, and let me know. I love doing it. Whenever people challenge me, I usually take them up on the challenge. Yeah, like me on Facebook, like me on Instagram, because I show loads of different foods on there that I may not put on YouTube or may not put on the blog. So let's make some cheeky vegan fish and chips. No, carry on, just carry on. We're gonna start off. You want to have your kettle full and boiling. You want to get your oven on to 190 degrees, and you want to have a deep fat fryer or a big pan of oil on standby, ready to go on, ready to deep fry that fish. Okay. Alright, so we're using some dried seaweed for this recipe, but you could also use some nori sprinkles. This is what the kelp looks like when it's dried. This is the nori sprinkles, and this is pre-nori sprinkles. You could use that too. So add some boiling hot water to a bowl, add in your dried kelp. You also want to add some lemon juice. We had no pickle juice, so we had to use sauerkraut instead, but improv. And then I added fish seasoning. Don't add turmeric, this was a mistake. This is your banana blossom. Isn't it ugly? And add to your marinade for at least 1 hour, minimum 1 hour. I'm going to chop up my potatoes and then we're going to boil them. Let's do this. Spuds! Ta-da! Time to make our tartar sauce. So sorry how bright this is. So here we've got some vegan mayo, lemon juice, some pickle juice, some capers, and then we've got some diced up onions, some diced up sauerkraut instead of pickle, little bit of mustard, little bit of fresh dill, and some salt and pepper. You can add some parsley in as well. Give it a cheeky stir and leave aside. I don't like where this plant is. I want him here. And I want my deep fat fryer here. Convenience. So let's carry on. We've got our deep fat fryer set to 180. I've got my oven on, that's heating. We've got our little cheeky spuds cooking. We're going to start now on the beer batter. Do not underestimate how long it takes to make the fish. It takes about 20 minutes. So by the time you have them in and they cook in, you need to kind of start your fish around 5 minutes after. But we're starting now because I'm going to do what the hell that I want, okay? This makes the best crunchy chips. Shake up your potatoes so they get a bit battered, add some oil, flour, black pepper, a stock cube, and then you have to do your best Boris impersonation. Let's make our batter. We're going to make a cheeky beer batter because I'm not a savage, and if you're not having beer batter, what are you even doing with your life? Make sure your beer is nice and fresh and cold. My favourite. So we've got some plain flour. Add the dry ingredients first. We've got some baking powder and some turmeric. A pinch of salt. Give us a little stir. Woo! I'm going to add in our wet ingredients. So I've got some soya milk. All the ingredients will be listed on the blog. And then we've got some olive oil. And then finally our beer. You want this to be quite a thick batter. So I've used about half a can so far. This is a traditional chip shop batter recipe. If you have little lumps in it, that's okay, it will cook out. Don't worry about it, Sandra, it's gonna be fine. So the banana blossom now has soaked up a lot of the marinade. I've just squeezed out the excess very gently. It's fragile. Be careful with your banana blossom and remove the little bits of kelp. You can leave them in if you really want, but I just think it's nicer if you don't. If you really want to go fancy, you could wrap this in some nori paper, but mine is manky, so I think it's best not. It's going to be a deadly pug treat. Speaking of Doug the Pug, if you want to see how we make his food, check out this video. I'll link it down below. This is how we feed him. Innocent plug. Moving on. So we've got our batter. It's still nice and fresh and cold. Our oil is hot. We've got some paper towel on a thingy ready because you need it, because you gotta be quick. You can't be faffing about. And let's bang it in. So, stash from the future here. I messed up here. Basically what you need to do is dunk your banana blossom into some flour first and then into the batter, and then I'm gonna go banana blossom obviously into your batter. Make sure it's well covered. Let it fall away from you. Woo! Oh, 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 she's going crazy in there. Repeat. For your battered Oreo, tofu. If you've got little strips of tofu, at the beginning, you can use the exact same marinade for this and use tofu if you'd rather use that than banana blossom. And you just want to go into their really nice dark and golden brown. And they cook quickly because you don't really need very long, like a minute or two max. Yo, we're done. Little tip, top tip that we didn't do this time, that I completely forgot about. Dip your banana blossom into some flour first and then fry it, because the batter has gone in between the cracks and some of it hasn't cooked properly. I'll pop that all on the blog, it'll all be done. These things happen, you forget, you know, that's just life, innit? Not everything goes to plan. Tartar sauce is banging, always goes better when you've got some pickles in it, but you know, we're adapting. Mr. Pickle has left the fucking building, bitch. When you go to a British chip shop, I don't know if the Americans know this, but you get a thing called scraps in some chip shops, and it's just the batter which they fry off, and then you have a little tub at the till where you pay, and then you have your chips, and they say, do you want any scraps, love? And you have a load of extra scraps, and they're really good, and they're nice and crunchy. And you don't have to pay for them. We all love a freebie, and you've got to have it with some dandelion and burdock or shandy to make it that extra bit dish. So make it, enjoy it, try out some of our other junk food vegan recipes, and check out the other videos down below. One more thing that we made, because we went to town, cheeky battered sausage, get them on time with chippies as well. And we used the Richmond sausages, the vegan Richmond sausages, which are banging, they're the best ones. I made the sausage and egg McMuffin recipe with these bad boys. You gotta try that out. They are epic. So get some beer batter in your life, make some fish and chips, enjoy your life, enjoy quarantine. What else have we got better to than eat at the moment? And I'm gonna drink more beer because that's my days now. See you soon. Bye. How do I look? Do I look okay? Look at me when you say it to me. Is my fringe okay and everything?